So someone who you formed a relationship with is Tyler Cowen, who's
Yeah, he's
older.
amazing. Oh, amazing soul.
What's something not enough people appreciate about Tyler Cowen?
Oh, just how his love of economics just fuses through everything he does. So one time just background on Tyler Cowen. Tyler Cowen will be remembered as one of like the person who used the internet to educate more people in economics than anybody else in human history. And that's his gift to the world. And he has this YouTube channel called Marginal Revolution University. And my girlfriend and my best friend growing up, both of them, like my college girlfriend, both of them majored in economics in college. And I was super insecure about the fact that I didn't know economics. And I was like, okay, I need to go figure this stuff out. When I was living in New York, every single day for a year and a half, I would sit down, eat lunch alone. And whenever I ate alone, I would just watch one of Tyler Cowen's YouTube videos. And I ended up learning economics. I mean, at least the basic stuff. Like I don't know econometrics and stuff, but that's not really what it's about. Know the basic stuff of economics. It is absolutely crucial knowledge, like to understand supply and demand curves, demand elasticities, just like basic stuff about economics. Like you got to know this stuff. And I just sat down and watched his videos every single day. And now I know economics to like a decent level. I mean, I'm not an economist, but like I can definitely move through that world quite intuitively. And my point is with Tyler, economics is so deep inside of his worldview. So one time, what Tyler loves to do is he loves to travel the world and eat international foods. And so what we used to do when I lived in New York and he would come visit, we'd always go to the Village Vanguard Jazz Club. And Tyler always wants to be one of the first 4 or 5 people in line. So you get there 45 minutes to an hour early. You stand there, you wait, and you end up watching this jazz show from like 10 feet away from the performers. And Tyler just has this encyclopedic knowledge about the jazz. He loves the jazz. He gets so into it. It's so great. And then you just walk back with him, maybe back to his hotel or something like that. But this one day, we didn't have time for a jazz concert. So we met at Hudson Yards at the El Mercado Spain restaurant. And so we had dinner and he, comments on the way that the rice is cooked. And he's so astute because he knows more about more things than anyone I've met in my life. And so
Mm.
like he'll say things like this rice is fluffy enough, but it only costs $11 on the menu. So it's fluffy enough that there's no way that they can actually economically afford to keep it priced at this cost because they either need to raise the price because this fluffy rice is really fresh. I mean, it has to come out like every 20, 30 minutes. And you just can't do that at the scale that they want to achieve. And what Tyler does is he goes to new restaurants because he knows that there's more of an incentive, which is very economics term, to have good food. And then over time, there's like this degrading curve where the economics of restaurants change or start winning awards and the quality of the food goes down. Very perceptive in that way. But the best thing was after we had dinner, he's like, hey, let's go get dessert. So we walk through this little corner. We sort of go to the back, and there's this food court, and it's a cool food court, sort of in the back of Hudson Yards. And he goes up, and he's like, "I want an ice cream, chocolate ice cream, always." And he goes up to the woman who is serving ice cream, and they have large, medium, and small sizes that are available. And she goes, "How can I serve you?" And Tyler goes, I would like some chocolate ice cream, but I don't want any of these sizes. And she goes, well, we only have large, medium, and small. And Tyler goes, well, I just want a sampling cup and I'll pay for it. And she's like, well, we just don't do that. So he ends up getting a small ice cream. He has 3 bites of it, not 4, not 2, 3 bites of it. And then is about to throw it away. I go, Tyler, I will eat the rest of your ice cream, but I need to know, why did you only have 3 bites? And he said, well, there's diminishing marginal returns to eating chocolate ice cream. What you want from your dessert is just the memory of having eaten the dessert. And the memory comes to you after 2 or 3 bites. Whereas after that, you have this curve that really negatively impacts your health, but doesn't increase your long-term happiness that much.
Mm.
That is an idea that only an economist would get to. And it's why I love hanging out with Tyler.